A warm hello and thank you for joining me today as I launch my 80 Things project. I established this project as a way of honouring my mother, who would have been 80 today, the 17th of April 2024. Today's video introduces this project and talks through a nomination process which I hope you will all join me in. The 80 Things project is about embracing all the things that I admired in my mum, her strengths, her values, and things that she liked. And with that as a base, I'm going to choose 80 acts of service or kindness and put them out in the world for the enjoyment of others. I'm going to start this project today, and I intend to have the 80 things completed this calendar year in 2024. I have some random acts of kindness in mind and some people selected for those, but one of the objectives of this project is bringing together the people across my communities and asking them to identify people that they know would appreciate such an act. This will help me to increase the randomness of the project and also embraces an ethos that my mother lived by, which was very simply that you're only ever as strong or as good as the people around you. So yes, I'm asking for nominations from all of you, and I will give you more information about that as I move through this information video today. What's on offer, you might ask? I intend to focus on sharing things that bring me comfort and joy, and sometimes I'm going to look to stretch myself and undertake new things and perhaps even do things outside of my comfort zone. This will likely span across my professional, personal, and creative communities, and it's about doing little things that make others happy with the aim of brightening their day or lightening their load in some way. So if you know me professionally, you can request an act of service. I'm up for anything. I work in the business arena. Maybe it's about guidance, advice, mentoring, or just getting the work done. And if you know me personally, there may be some way I can help you or someone that you know. This could take many forms. I'm open to all suggestions. Maybe there's someone out there who would appreciate a night off from their family, a delivery of groceries, a pep talk, a private driver, or just needs help with a project around the house. This, of course, would need to be something that I'm capable of, so that might limit the house initiatives just a little bit, but I'm open to suggestions. And importantly, if you know me creatively, you may like to receive happy mail from me or like to nominate someone else to receive happy mail. My creative community is where I will focus a lot of the energy for this project, as this is where I find the most joy. And creative projects can be received by creatives, but also enjoyed by those who just like something handmade. I'm going to allocate lot numbers to racks to keep track of the project and share these racks on my channels. Sometimes I'll have an item and ask for nominations for who should receive that specific rack, and other times I'm going to build a rack around requests and suggestions made by you. The big question, of course, is how can I nominate, or how can you nominate? And I really sincerely extend an invitation to all in my creative community and my broader professional and friendship groups to nominate people they know. It's as easy as sending an email. Simply write to me and tell me a little about the person you would like to nominate for a rack. You don't need to write an essay, just a couple of sentences that will cover why you're nominating them, or yourself. Importantly, you could and should nominate yourself, what you think they would be open to receiving, and of course their contact details or mailing address, which I will keep confidential and use only for the purpose that it's intended. There's no due date for this project. It's really about telling me ideas for nominations now and having that random thought in another month's time and sending it in at that time. I, of course, have no idea how many nominations I'll receive. Hopefully a lot. It'd be great to hear from many of you. I will make an announcement when I've closed off nominations, but until then, please keep on sending them through. This project is open internationally. I'm very happy to send Happy Mail internationally and to work virtually should that type of initiative arise. And yes, I will keep in touch and tell you when nominations have been selected over time. You might ask what you're allowed to suggest as part of your nomination. The general answer is anything that you know is in my wheelhouse, and also all wild and crazy requests. I won't promise to meet them all, but I will consider every request that comes through. Here's some suggestions from the creative to-do list in case it offers you some inspiration. Junk journals, pocket folios, packs of greeting cards, individual greeting cards. Sometimes a rack's as simple as sending somebody a note in the mail. Lots of embellishment boxes are on my horizon. I will be sending out gift cards for some of these random acts of kindness and working on projects such as loaded pockets and clipboards, tag flips, craft caddies, binder mail, and of course one of my favourite things to do, mixed media notebooks. I can also do a stash share, either from my personal stash or purchase some products specifically to share with somebody out there in the world. I'd like to also focus on shopping local. My mum was a big advocate for supporting those in your community. Bricks and mortar stores are very important to our continued community, and whilst I know it's important and convenient a lot of the time to spend online these days, some of these racks will be focused on shopping local on behalf of others and also supporting community groups. My mum was a part of many groups, supported groups and individuals in her community as part of her everyday life, and I'd like to extend that through this project. I'd also like to encourage nominations for young, old, and everything in between as part of this project. I really love to support people across all of the demographics in life, and maybe you know somebody, a young person, who'd like to receive a special card in the mail, and I can pair that with something that they like. Maybe they too like creative adventures, and I can put together a little creative kit for them. Or maybe they have a sweet tooth and they could receive a card like this with a little treat in the mail. Some of these projects are things that I will start as a base for putting together a rack and build items within a little package for people based on what you suggest for those individuals. And then other items such as this folio will be a specific lot number that I will call for nominations on. This is actually lot number 1, and I'm going to open nominations for this straight after this video. So watch for another video where I do a walkthrough on this particular item. But there are many things that I have already created that I'd like to send out in the world, and there are many things that I would like to make specifically for individuals that you put forward to me to join in this very special project. So my request to you is to please nominate, and also to share the information about this project on your social platforms. Watch this space for video announcement and updates on the project, and I really look forward to sharing this project with you and embracing everything across these communities in honour of my mum on her 80th birthday and for the remainder of 2024. Thanks for listening in, and enjoy the project ahead.